Good morning, dear children. I welcome you all to this Model School Junior Intermediate webinar sessions. As part of the webinar sessions, today we are having botany first year session. Earlier, we had some introduction about the plant kingdom and other aspects. Today, we are moving into the second unit, that is plant morphology. To present about this, we are having one eminent personality, Srimati Ala Renuka Reddy, PGT Botany, TSMS Kondapaka. She completed her MSc from Usmania University. She was having about 7 or 8 years of experience in teaching intermediate previously too. She worked in a private institute. From 2014, she is working in the model schools and she is catering to the needs of both 9th, 10th and intermediate students. So when we were discussing about the plant kingdom, we were discussing about all the important groups of the plant kingdom. Now today we are going to discuss about the plant morphology. When I was giving introduction about the total botany content, I discussed about this morphology also. Morphology is the study of external characteristics of the plant that includes root, stem, leaves, flowers, seeds, etc. We all know the significance of the flowers. Flowers give beauty to this nature. Whenever we see flowers, we feel really very happy, whatever the flower it is. And when the flowers are bundled, they will bring more beauty to the nature. That is why we garland the flowers, we garland the people, we garland the deities, etc. Nature itself also developed a mechanism by which it bundles the flowers. That is called inflorescence. Inflorescence means arrangement of flowers. So as a microbiologist, I am having very limited knowledge about all these morphological significance. A pure botanist, in the botany there are several branches, but always a pure botanist feels very happy to describe about the morphological features of the plants. So in this today's class, we are going to discuss about the inflorescence, the arrangement of the flowers. But at the same time, actually, I have to tell one important point here. As part of the syllabus revision, because of the corona pandemic, about 30% of the syllabus is reduced for the botany students. As part of that, stem modifications, root modifications, leaf modifications are removed from the syllabus. But madam will give a brief insight into the importance of the root, stem and leaf. Then she will take us into the inflorescence topic. So I am also very eager to listen from her. Now I request Srimati Ala Renuka Reddy Garu to present her session. I welcome you, madam.
Thank you very much, sir. Good morning, everyone. I am RENUKA Reddy, PGT in Botany, Telangana Model School, Kondapak, Siddipet district. First of all, I would like to thank our webinar team for having given me this opportunity. And my special thanks to our subject coordinator, Dr. Venugopal Reddy sir, for all his support and coordination, his guidance. I thank our principal madam, Dr. Vanessa madam, for her support. And before we go into the actual topic, inflorescence and morphology of plants, I would like to give a brief introduction about the father of
Madam, screen share cheyandi.
Okay, sir. Share screen. Yeah, before I go into the topic, I would like to discuss about the father of botany, who is Theophrastus. Theophrastus is the father of botany. He wrote, important point you must remember, students, Theophrastus is the father of botany. His books were Historia Plantarum and Causa Plantarum. In Historia Plantarum, Theophrastus described morphological characters and geographical distribution of about 500 plants. All this happened in 371 to 287 BC, before any scientific technology could develop. And in Causa Plantarium, he gave extensive information about various categories of. He gave anatomical distribution of anatomical study of these plants also. So this is because of this he is regarded as father of botany. And before you all know very well about angiosperms, which are the flowering plants. Flowering plants are called angiosperms. We see there are different types of plants around, and they produce the way they flower, the way they are arranged, the size of it, the structure of it varies dramatically, but still there are certain characters in common. The general characters of these flowering plants are the root. They all have root, shoot, flowers, fruits, etc. And of this, the underground part of the plant is called root system. Whatever plant, this is general. And the part of the plant which grows above the ground is called shoot system. Root system generally goes positively geotrophic. That means it grows towards the ground. This can also be called as negatively phototrophic, that is away from sunlight. And the shoot system is positively phototrophic, that is towards the light and away from the soil. The root system grows towards the soil and the shoot system grows away from the soil. General morphology, each plant has the common characters like the root. The underground part of it is the root, then the stem, the leaves, the flowers, and the fruits. These are the general parts of a plant. Okay, now the root, the underground part of the plant is called root system. Root develops from the radicle of the embryo. Radicle develops into the root system. And this radicle is persistent in some of the roots, and in these roots, the radicle becomes the primary root, and which produces branches called secondary roots. This further branches and produce tertiary roots, and finally the minute fine root hair will be produced. And all these, the type of root system in which taproot is persistent, which has secondary roots, roots and root hair, forms the taproot system, which is a characteristic feature of dicotyledonous plants. And in monocotyledonous plants, actually, the taproot, that is the primary root which developed from the embryo, the radicle is perishes soon, very soon. It falls off. Okay, so it is short-lived. So as it falls off, many roots, small roots, many long fibrous roots develop in a cluster, in a bunch from the base of the stem, because the plant has to get fixed itself. So plant produces many small roots from base of the stem. This cluster of roots, which are long and fibrous, form the fibrous root system, which is present in monocotyledonous plants. Actually, you all have had brief introduction of the dicotyledonous plants, monocotyledonous plants in your 9th class itself. Okay, so this is a characteristic feature of, that is fibrous root system is a characteristic feature of the monocotyledonous plants. Then we also see roots arising from different places. It must be common experience for you all that you have seen a big banyan. We'll see root-like structures arising from the top of the branches. They grow into the ground. You can see this. These we call it as udal in Telugu. Okay, these are also roots. But where are they arising from? They are arising from different places other than the. So all the roots which arise from other parts of the plant are called as adventitious root system. We see such roots in banyan, in monstera. We see roots in bryophyllum. In bryophyllum also you must all have seen that small roots which develop and give rise to plantlets in bryophyllum. Okay, all these are adventitious roots. And functions of the roots. The main function of the root is absorption of water and fixation of the plant in the soil. Sometimes, just now, as we have discussed in banyan, they grow to support the plant, to support the heavy branches which are growing in banyan tree. Likewise, there are many such roots which will be developed to develop for photosynthesis, for respiration, etc. All these are called as modified roots or root modifications if they perform functions other than absorption and fixation. Okay, so therefore they get modified to store food, they get modified for breathing, they get modified for support, for respiration, etc. And the shoot system, that is the stem. The main axis of the shoot system is the stem. The part of the plant which grows above the ground is called shoot system. Okay, which includes everything. In that, the main axis of the shoot system is the stem, which develops from the plumule of the embryo. Which develops from the plumule of the embryo. It bears branches, leaves, flowers, and fruits. And the different regions on the stem are nodes and internodes. Node is the region where leaves arise. Okay, the region on the stem where leaves arise is called a node. So the distance between the portion of the stem between two successive nodes is called an internode. Okay, this nodes give rise to leaves. They will have axils, they will have buds, they may develop into branches, they may develop into flowers. And you can see these are different parts of the stem. This is the stem, the axis of the shoot system. This is the node where leaves arise. This is one more node. The distance between the portion between two nodes is called internode. And this is the stem. This is the leaf, and the portion, the angle between the stem and the leaf, upper angle between the stem and the leaf is called as axil. Okay, this is the shoot system. Now it is the leaf. Leaf is generally the lateral, generally flattened structure born on the stem. Leaf develop at the node and usually bears a bud in its axil. You can see, usually leaves bear a bud. This bud, if it develops into a flower, it is called a floral bud. If it develops into a branch or a leaf, it is called as a vegetative bud. Okay, and bud may be present in the, as you have seen in the previous picture, you can see, this is the apical. If buds are present on the tip, they are called as apical buds. Buds developing in the axils of the leaves are called axillary buds. These are called as apical buds or terminal buds. And buds developing in the axils are called as axillary buds. The leaf is attached to the stem by its leaf base. The portion with which leaf gets attached is called as leaf base here. This is the leaf base. And the stalk of the leaf is called as petiole. This is the stalk of the leaf. It is called petiole. And the flat portion, the flat green is called as leaf blade or leaf lamina. It is called as lamina or leaf blade. We can see this lamina has got a midrib and veins. All these midrib and midrib, we can call it as midrib or midvein. And the veins, they give rise to veins and veinlets. All these will help in conduction of food and water. And the arrangement of veins and veinlets on the leaf is called as venation. Okay, and you are familiar with the term again, venation. You must be knowing about reticulate venation and parallel venation. Generally, in monocots, we'll see the veins get arranged in parallel manner. That calls the parallel venation. And in dicot leaves get arranged, the veins get arranged like this in a reticulate fashion, that is interlinked. The veins and veinlets get interlinked and form the reticulate. Modified shoot which bears flowers. The way the flowers get arranged and the way the flowers develop on this modified shoot is called as inflorescence. axis of this modified shoot is called the peduncle. The axis of the modified shoot, that is the inflorescence, is called peduncle. But on the peduncle, flowers get arranged in a different fashion, in a definite fashion. Okay, the mode of arrangement is called as inflorescence. The way they are arranged, the way they develop is called as inflorescence. Okay, the axis of the inflorescence is peduncle, and to this peduncle, flowers get attached. Flowers get attached to the peduncle with their stalks. That is, the stalk of the flower is called as pedicel. Okay, but this stalk may be present in sunflowers, and in some flowers directly they get attached to the peduncle. That means the stalk may be absent. So have stalk, that is the pedicel. The stalk of the flower is a pedicel. If the flowers have stalk, such flowers are called as pedicellate flowers. Some flowers sessile flowers. Sessile flowers. Don't confuse the term sessile to the term sterile. Sterile is different from sessile. Sessile is flower with no stalk. That is, flower do not have pedicel. Okay, such flowers are called as sessile flowers. And this, based on the types, I told you, the mode of arrangement is called as inflorescence. The mode of development of the flowers on the modified shoot, that is the peduncle, is called as inflorescence. Inflorescence is of three types based on the growth and development of the flowers on the peduncle. They are the racemose type, cymose type, and special type. Okay, there are three types of inflorescence: racemose type, cymose type, and special types of inflorescence. In racemose type of inflorescence, now you must remember this point very clearly, understand and remember. In racemose type of inflorescence, peduncle grows indefinitely. That is, peduncle keeps growing and producing flowers. The mode of arrangement of flowers will be in acropetal succession, that is in ascending order. So peduncle will be growing, producing flowers. Over and new flowers will be at the tip. This mode of arrangement is called as acropetal succession. That is, older flowers at the base, younger flowers at the tip. And this is a characteristic feature of racemose inflorescence. Okay, racemose inflorescence, the point to remember is peduncle grows indefinitely and flowers are arranged in acropetal succession. Okay, and in racemose inflorescence, just now we discussed that some flowers have pedicels and some flowers do not have pedicels. Racemose inflorescence with pedicellate flowers are of three types: raceme, corymb, and umbel. Racemose inflorescence with pedicellate flowers are of three types. They are raceme, corymb, and umbel. In racemose inflorescence, with racemose inflorescence without pedicel, that is sessile flowers, is of three types: spike, spadix, and head inflorescence. Okay, racemose inflorescence with sessile flowers, spike, spadix, and head inflorescence. Racemose inflorescence with pedicellate flowers. First one is raceme. In raceme, peduncle is elongated. That peduncle grows tall and produces flowers. That is, flowers will have flowers produced will be bracteate and pedicellate. What are these bracts again?
Renuka madam.
Bracts are actually, sir.
Renuka madam, కొద్దిగా డేటా ఏదో ప్రాబ్లం ఉన్నట్టుంది. మీ వీడియో ఒకటి ఆఫ్ చేయండి. వీడియో ఆఫ్ చేస్తే మనకు డేటా తగ్గుద్ది కొద్దిగా. ఓన్లీ వీడియో ఆఫ్ చేయండి. మీ వీడియో ఆఫ్ చేయండి, స్క్రీన్ షేరింగ్ ఉంచండి.
ఓకే, వన్ సెకండ్. ఓకే, ఓకే,
రైట్.
So racemose inflorescence, in raceme, the peduncle grows elongated and produces bracteate pedicellate flowers on either side in acropetal succession. Okay, what are these bracts? Bracts are special appendages in the axils of which flowers are produced. Bracts are modified leaves actually. In the axils of these bracts only, flowers are produced. So bracts are those. So flowers with bracts are called as bracteate flowers. Okay, bracteate is not a new term. Bracteate flowers means flowers which have bracts are called as bracteate, and flowers without bracts are called as ebracteate. Okay. So peduncle grows is elongated. It produces bracteate pedicellate flowers on either side. In acropetal succession is raceme. In raceme, if the peduncle is branched, it forms a compound raceme. If the peduncle is unbranched, it is called a simple raceme. The peduncle is unbranched and produces bracteate pedicellate flowers on either side in acropetal succession is simple raceme. The peduncle is branched and produces many racemes, simple racemes. In acropetal succession becomes a compound raceme. You see this picture, you will know. Sir, if I stop actually, if I stop sharing the video, I'm not able to move the slide.
You don't stop the sharing of video.
Yeah.
Your only video, your video only.
Okay. I have to stop sharing my video.
Okay, continue, Vijay. Now
Okay.
ఇక్కడ మీకు ఒకటి కనిపిస్తుంది. ప్లీజ్ మూవ్ దిస్ వీడియో అవే ఫ్రమ్ ద
షేర్డ్. అవును.
దాన్ని ఒకసారి క్లిక్ చేయండి. అది మొన్న మనకు ట్రయల్ రో రాలేదా? ప్రాబ్లం
రాలేదు, ఇప్పుడే వస్తుంది అది. ఈవెన్ ఐ యామ్ నాట్ ఏబుల్ టు అండర్స్టాండ్.
ఒకసారి మీరు
ఓకే
స్లైడ్ షో ఎండ్ చేసి మళ్ళీ స్టార్ట్ చేయండి. స్లైడ్ షో ఒకటే ఎండ్ చేయండి. దాన్ని డ్రాగ్ చేయండి, లేకపోతే మౌస్ తోటి డ్రాగ్ చేసి పక్కకు పెట్టండి.
One second. This one. పోవట్లేదు అసలు యాక్చువల్ గా.
ఒకసారి మీరు మన వాట్ యు డూ, యు ఎండ్ ద సెషన్, మన స్లైడ్ షోని ఎండ్ చేయండి. ఎండ్ చేసి మళ్ళీ స్టార్ట్ చేయండి. Need not worry, these are okay, right? You continue.
Okay. Yeah, in simple raceme you can see
full screen చేయండి.
Okay sir.
From current slide అనండి వస్తుంది. అక్కడ from current slide అనండి, left లో left. Okay.
Yeah, this is simple raceme. You can see the peduncle is unbranched. Flowers are produced in acropetal succession. These are older flowers which are at the base and the younger flowers towards the tip. Whereas in compound raceme, we can see that each one, the peduncle, this is the peduncle, it is branched and each branch produces flowers like a simple raceme. So if the peduncle is branched, they form simple raceme, and if the peduncle is unbranched, they form compound raceme. Okay, now corymb. In this, the flowers are produced with different lengths of pedicels. That is, older flowers which are towards the base will have longer pedicels, and younger flowers which are produced later will have shorter pedicels, so that all flowers get arranged on the same height. You can see these are older flowers which are at the base. They have long pedicels, and younger flowers which are produced later flower, all the flowers we'll see on the top. When you only turn the flower, we can see the branch. And the next inflorescence is umbel. In
Madam, share your screen. Share your screen.
Madam, screen sharing అయిపోయింది.
Okay. One second.
ఏం కాదు, డోంట్ వరీ, ఏం ప్రాబ్లం ఏం లేదు. వీఆర్ డూయింగ్ రిమోట్లీ. మేడం, వీడియోను మైక్ ఆఫ్ చేయండి ఒక 2 నిమిషాలు. నో డోంట్ పానిక్. వీడియోను మైక్ ఆఫ్ చేయండి. ఫ్రమ్ కరెంట్ స్లైడ్ క్లిక్ చేయండి. ఓకే, ఇప్పుడు ఆడియో ఆన్ చేయండి. మీ ఆడియో మ్యూట్ చేసాము, ఆడియో ఆన్ చేయండి.
Okay, sir.
From current slide, we click చేయండి.
Okay.
క్లిక్ చేయండి. మీరు క్లిక్ చేయండి, వస్తుంది.
Umbel.
కరెంట్ స్లైడ్ ని క్లిక్ చేయండి, డబుల్ క్లిక్ చేయండి, వస్తుంది. Right.
Umbel, it is a characteristic feature of members of family Apiaceae. Okay, in this umbel, the name is given because the inflorescence look like a umbrella. Okay, this is seen in members of Apiaceae which were earlier called as umbelliferae. In this, the peduncle is condensed and produces many bracteate and pedicellate flowers in a cluster in centripetal manner. Racemose inflorescence, one more character is, if the peduncle is condensed, the flowers will be produced in centripetal manner. What is the centripetal manner? Opening of flowers will be from the periphery towards the center. Periphery means outer side towards inside. This is called as centripetal arrangement. So in umbel, the peduncle is condensed into a flattened structure, and all the flowers develop from one point on the peduncle, which is called as umbel. And in this also, at the base of this umbel, at the base of the inflorescence, all these bracts, flowers develop from the bracts. All the bracts will fuse to form one involucre, that is oval, a protective structure, and this is called as involucre of bracts, which will protect the inflorescence when the flower is in bud condition. In this also, if the peduncle is branched, it forms simple umbel. If the peduncle is unbranched, it forms a compound umbel. You can see, for simple umbel, the example is Allium cepa, that is onion. You can see flowers of onion, and this form, this is the involucre of bracts. You can see the involucre of bracts protecting the whole inflorescence, and this is the compound umbel. Example, Coriandrum sativum. Okay, then racemose inflorescence with sessile flowers. All the three, that is raceme, umbel, and corim, our racemose inflorescence with pedicellate flowers, and racemose inflorescence with sessile flowers are spike, spadix, and head inflorescence. In spike, the peduncle is elongated. It is just like a simple raceme, but the only thing is, in spike, the flowers are sessile. In raceme, flowers were pedicellate. That's all. The peduncle is elongated and produces bracteate sessile flowers in acropetal succession. Example, for simple spike, again, simple spike means peduncle is unbranched. Compound spike means peduncle is branched. In compound spike or in compound inflorescence, we only will see many simple spikes. In all the compound inflorescence, it is the same. Small one single one, if the peduncle is unbranched, they form simple inflorescence. If the peduncle is branched, they form compound inflorescence. In simple spike, examples of simple spike is acaranthus and amaranthus. You are familiar with amaranthus totapura. And for compound spike, members of poaceae, paddy, wheat, etc. are characteristics. Compound spike is characteristic features of members of poaceae. Poaceae members are paddy, wheat, jowar, bajra, sorghum, etc. In all these, we'll see compound spike type of inflorescence. And you can see this is simple spike. You can see the bracteate sessile flowers. You will see the inflorescence axis is elongated. Bracteate sessile flowers. You can see the flower getting attached. Here also you can see there is no pedicel. There is no stalk. They get attached to the inflorescence axis directly. And this is compound spike. And in spadix type of inflorescence, one main feature of spadix type of inflorescence is presence of spathe. Spathe is modified leathery bract. A big bract we'll see. In all these inflorescence, we'll see a bract. Bract is big leathery structure. We'll see very clearly in coconut and musa. Musa is banana. Okay, you can see in this is banana. You can see here the peduncle is branched. Peduncle is branched in compound spadix, is unbranched in simple spadix. We'll see the inflorescence produces many unisexual and neutral flowers in acropetal succession. Very simple. But the important point over here is the whole inflorescence is protected by modified leathery bract called spathe. So presence of spathe is a characteristic feature of spadix type of inflorescence. Unisexual flowers will be present on this, and we can see unisexual flowers and also neutral flowers. In this region, we'll see neutral flowers, and the whole inflorescence is protected by bract. We know flowers are produced in the axils of the bract. The bract over here becomes very big. It gets modified into a spathe. In compound inflorescence, each simple, this is one spadix. Each one is protected by a leathery spadix. Whereas in coconut, we'll see all this is protected by a big leathery bract. So in some, each one is individually protected by the spathe. In some, the whole inflorescence is protected by one common spathe. But presence of spathe is characteristic feature of spadix type of inflorescence. We have to remember the modified bract called spathe over here. Okay, and the next is head inflorescence. Head inflorescence. In head inflorescence, the peduncle is condensed into a disc. It becomes shortened. It becomes flattened disc-like structure, which is called as receptacle. This is characteristic feature of members of Asteraceae. What is Asteraceae? Star-like. Aster means star-like. We'll see star-like inflorescence or star-like flowers in sunflower, marigold. All these are star-like flowers. So because of their appearance, the name is given as Asteraceae. On this, we'll see the flattened disc. Disc will bear many sessile flowers closely arranged in centripetal manner. Again, centripetal, that is opening of flowers from the periphery, that is from outside towards the center. Older flowers will be present towards the periphery and younger flowers will be present towards the center. Examples for head inflorescence, again, simple head is tridax and sunflower, and compound head is echinops. You can see the flowers present over here are called as disc florets, and the flowers which are present towards outside are called as ray florets. See, inflorescence axis is reduced into a disc. Opening of flowers will be from the periphery towards the center. You can see this. This is called centripetal manner. This is called as centripetal manner. Okay, centripetal arrangement of flowers also is characteristic feature of head inflorescence. Okay, now these are all racemose type of inflorescence. Now we'll go to cymose type of inflorescence. Racemose and cymose are two different types. In cymose type of inflorescence, the peduncle grows definitely. That means peduncle will grow to a certain length and ends in a flower. Then new flowers will be produced below the older flowers. So the inflorescence will be with the older flowers towards the bottom, towards the base, and younger flowers will be towards the older flowers will be towards the tip, younger flowers will be towards the base. That is descending order, which is called as basipetal arrangement. Ascending order, racemose inflorescence. Descending, that is basipetal arrangement, will be seen in cymose inflorescence. Here, because the peduncle grows definitely, it grows to a certain height and produces a flower. So first flower produced will be at the tip, and then flowers will be produced from below the old flower. So the next one will be produced below it. So flowers get arranged in basipetal manner. Older flowers towards the tip, younger flowers towards the base. This is called cymose type of inflorescence. Different types of cymose inflorescence are solitary cyme, simple cyme, monocacial, dicacial, and polycacial cyme. In solitary cyme, that is solitary means single, only one. Solitary cyme inflorescence produces only one flower. This is simplest cyme, has only one flower. Inflorescence is group of flowers, but here the inflorescence has only one flower. Then why do we call inflorescence? Because it is there is a proof of for the presence of peduncle and pedicel in hibiscus. When we see it clearly, when we see it live, we can see it very clearly, the peduncle part of it and the pedicel part of the hibiscus. So hibiscus is simple flower-like, simple single flowered solitary cymose inflorescence. Examples for solitary cyme is hibiscus and datura. So it is in, you can see this is the axillary and this is terminal in position. And with solitary cyme is with inflorescence with only single flower. Now simple cyme or cymule. Here the inflorescence axis as the characteristic feature ends in a flower and produces two lateral flowers below this. Older flower first produced will be towards the tip, and younger flower will be two lateral flowers will be produced below the older flower. So this is a three-flowered inflorescence. We can see very clearly in jasmine. We'll see when you are, even while you are plucking flowers also, we'll pluck the flower in the middle on one day. We'll pluck the flowers which are present towards sides on one day. So this comes first, then these two will bloom out. Oh, okay, this is simple cyme or cymule, three-flowered inflorescence. Here inflorescence axis is not branched. It produces only two flowers. See, you can see the inflorescence grows, the peduncle grows definitely, terminates in a flower and produces two lateral flowers on either side. This is inflorescence. This is inflorescence cyme. This is simple cyme. In monocacial cyme, inflorescence axis terminates in a flower, produces one lateral branch, which will also terminate in a flower. And this produces one lateral branch, which also terminates in a flower. Okay, this type of growth continues. Each time, one branch will be produced. Inflorescence axis terminates in a flower, produces one branch, which terminates in a flower. Each time, how many branches are produced? One. So only it is called as monocacial cyme. Each time, inflorescence axis terminates in a flower, and each time it produces only one flower. Okay, so this is monocacial cyme. This branches produced will be on either sides or on one side. If it is produced, if all branches are produced on one side, it forms helicoid cyme. If branches first time on the left side, then on the right side, then on the left side in zigzag manner, it is called as scorpioid cyme. Examples for monocacial cyme is Hamelia. It is actually example for helicoid cyme, and Solanum is an example for scorpioid cyme. Okay, and here mono, single. Okay, inflorescence axis terminates in a flower and produces one branch. And if inflorescence axis terminates in a flower and produces two branches, and likewise the growth continues. Here, inflorescence axis, first one, inflorescence axis terminates in a flower, produces two branches, which also terminates in a flower. And again, they produce two branches, which also terminate in a flower. Likewise, each time two branches will be produced. This type of inflorescence is called as dicacial 2. Dicacial is two branches each time. So it is called as dicacial sign. Examples for this is hypomia. Hypomia is sweet potato. And if each time more than 2 branches are produced, inflorescence axis terminates in a flower and produces many branches all terminating in a flower. That is more than 2 branches all terminating in a flower. And this type of growth repeats is called as poly. That is more than 2. Polycacial sign. Examples for this is nerium. In nerium ante ganneru. We often see very clearly bunches of flowers will be present. Many flowers will be present in bunches because polycacial sign. That means each time more than 1 branch will be produced. So it is called as polycacial sign. Okay, and in racemose and cymose inflorescence, we observed a definite pattern. That is, in racemose inflorescence, peduncle grows indefinitely, and in cymose type of inflorescence, peduncle grows definitely. And each time we are seeing very clearly that there is a definite pattern of growth. If the inflorescence, if the arrangement of flower is not following a special pattern or a definite pattern, they all come under special types of inflorescence. There are 3 special types of inflorescence. They are verticillaster, cyathium, and hypanthodium. They are verticillaster, cyathium, and hypanthodium. This is verticillaster means false whorl like inflorescence. Cyathium means single flower like inflorescence. Hypanthodium is fruit like inflorescence. So let us see verticillaster. Verticil means whorl. Okay, as it is false whorl like inflorescence, this name is, it is given the name as verticillaster. It is characteristic feature of members of Laminaceae, Tulasi family. Okay, you can see, you are familiar with Tulasi, Tummi kora tells kada? Yeah, Tulasi, Tummi all belongs to Laminaceae. In this, flowers develop in the axils of the leaf. Initially, first the arrangement of flowers will be in dicacial cymose manner. That means inflorescence axis terminates in a flower, produces 2 branches which terminates in a flower. Later on, they will develop in monocacial cymose manner. But all these will be, the flowers will be sessile to subsessile, means either they will not have stalk, or even if they have stalk, the stalk will be very small. So because of this type of arrangement, all these flowers get arranged, crowded around the node in the form of a whorl. So it is called as false whorl like inflorescence. Example, leucas and leonatus. You can see this. See, all the flowers get arranged around the node like a whorl. Yeah, are they not looking like a whorl? So this type of, because of this type of arrangement, it is called as verticillaster. It is false whorl like inflorescence. Examples, leucas and leonatus. And cyathium, here the inflorescence is characteristic feature of members of Euphorbiaceae. Here it is a single flower like inflorescence. In this, inflorescence will be covered by a deep cup. Inflorescence will be the former, the involucre will form fleshy, deep cup-like structure with external nectaries. That is, nectar glands will be present on the top of this deep cup-like structure. Okay, these are formed by the bracts. Okay, so within those bracts, there will be one single female flower. One single female flower which have only one carpel. Okay, and around this, there will be many male flowers. Okay, many male flowers will be present, all with one stamen. One female flower with only one female flower with one single carpel. Many male flowers all have one stamen. And all these, both male and female flowers are aclamidous. Aclamidous means they do not have sepals and petals. As they do not have sepals and petals, the female flower looks like a gynoecium, and the male flower around the female flower looks like androecium. Together, the whole inflorescence look like a flower. So it is single flower-like inflorescence. Example, it is euphorbia, characteristic feature of members of Euphorbiaceae, cyathium. Okay, then you can see this is a single female flower in the center with many male flowers around the staminate flower, and this is the involucre. This is the involucre of bracts. okay, with external nectaries. Okay. Then hypanthodium. This is fruit-like inflorescence. You must have all have seen fig. మీ అందరికి fig తెలిసే ఉంటది. Yeah. Okay, we can see fig is fig. Actually, we call it a fruit. Actually, it is a flower. Okay, it is an inflorescence. It is a bunch of flowers. It is an inflorescence. Here, the inflorescence axis is condensed and forms a fleshy cup-like structure. What we eat is the fleshy cup-like structure, which the peduncle will be fleshy over here. The peduncle itself becomes fleshy cup-like structure and has an apical opening. Inside this cup-like structure, unisexual, small, sessile, unisexual flowers will develop on the inner wall of the cup. Male flowers will be present near the apical opening and female flowers will be present towards the base of the inflorescence, that is the cup-like peduncle. And sterile female flowers called gall flowers will be present in between the, see, this is the peduncle which becomes fleshy inside this peduncle, and it is with an apical opening. It is called as ostiole. Okay, the apical opening, the pore of it is called ostiole. And we'll see male and female flowers. Male flowers towards the opening, female flowers at the base, and in between male and female flowers, sterile female flowers called gall flowers will be present. Okay, this is the hypanthodium. It is seen. Examples for hypanthodium is ficus, that is fig. We call it fig. Okay, so these are three types of special types of inflorescence. Students, what we have learnt so far is the morphology of different types of morphology of flowering plants, that is angiosperms. We saw the root system. We understood the part of the plant under the ground is root system. Root system develops in the radicle, and the part of the plant which is above the ground is called shoot system. Shoot system develops in the plumule of the embryo, and the shoot bears nodes and internodes. The leaves, the axil is the angle between the stem and the leaf. We saw the arrangement of leaves and leaves on the veins and veinlets on the in the leaf is called as venation. We see in my monocots will have parallel venation, dicots will have reticulate venation, and we saw the mode of arrangement of the flowers on the peduncle is called as inflorescence. We saw the racemose type of inflorescence. Here the peduncle grows definitely in, racemose inflorescence, peduncle grows indefinitely, producing flowers in acropetal succession. In cymose type of inflorescence, peduncle grows definitely and flowers develop in basipetal succession. And different type of racemose inflorescence and different type of cymose inflorescence. We also have seen special type of inflorescence in which there is no definite pattern of arrangement of flowers. Once again, I thank all the students, the webinar team, Dr. Venugopal Reddy sir, TSMS Vinavanka, for giving me this opportunity. Thank you, one and all.
Thank you, Renuka Reddy garu. A wonderful presentation. Unfortunately, we had 1 or 2 minutes of technical difficulties that happens with the even greatest broadcasters like ESPN, Star Network also. It doesn't make a big difference to us. Thank you for enlightening all the students and all the coordinators, including myself. I was very much happy to listen about the various concepts, various types of inflorescence. Actually, a botanist, when he roams in a garden or somewhere, definitely looks for the different types of inflorescence and enjoys the beauty of the nature. Thank you very much for giving such a wonderful insight into the subject. I thank Srimati BDRS Manjari Garu, the host of this session, total webinar team, and our additional director Sri Satyanarayan Reddy Garu, joint director Sri Pegada Raju Garu, and all the staff for providing us this webinar channel. Thank you very much. We will meet again with another session by the same resource person, the flower and its internal structure. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir.